All right, welcome back to the Relevancy channel. It's your boy Ryan here with another reaction. Tonight I got Nas and DJ Premier from their new album Light Years. Nasty Esco Nasir. All right, so this has been requested by my boy Jaden. I didn't react to this album. This was last month. A lot going on last month. To be honest, I probably wasn't gonna react to it only because I think Premier and Nas did their, at least from what I was thinking. Like I think they did their magic. No pun intended. But I think they did their history already with I Am. Back on Illmatic. Yeah, I think they already did their history. At least I thought. All right. Well, I don't know. But I felt like they had a lot of history together, and they did a lot of classical, just content or not content with music already. So I think coming off of Hit Boy dropping 3 Magics and 3 King's Disease that were just fire. Like you can make an argument all 3 of those King's Disease were classics. They were classic. My favorite is the second one. That second one is just so like it's so well rounded. But yeah, but anyway, hey, we here. I heard a lot of great things about it. I heard not so great things. Like some people are like, not for me. Don't think this is Nas like latest great work. But I did notice that a lot of Backpack fans are loving this album. So I think that's what it is, right? I think this is just and DJ Premier is a very, very like hip hop, boom bap type of producer. So yeah, but hey, let's go ahead and get into it. Nasty Esco Nasir, Nas and DJ Premier from their new album Light Years. Let's go.
Yeah, just that one hand on the stairwell.
Yeah, very very boom bappy, old school, just New York. Yeah. Very hip hop, very hip hop.
Music, yeah. Let's go. And I said, just designing this rhyme is a fight against time. Every minute they wait to hear a true titan's a crime. There's 2 types of villains that live in my mind.
Yeah. Fighting against time. All right. I don't think he's just talking about himself. I think he's talking about DJ Premier as well. And then he's talking about the Titans clashing or something like that. But yeah. Nas can talk that talk too, obviously. Like I think now he's just the face of music, like rap and hip hop. When I say the face, I don't mean like as a rapper, but you know, you got Snoop as like the ambassador. Hove is like the example of not what you can do because everybody can't be Jay-Z, but Hove is outside of hip hop. Nas is too, but Hove is outside of hip hop, and he's one of those kind of like LL Cool J. You know, like he's a mogul, but he came from rap. He came from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? LL is a mogul, but he came from rap, came from hip hop. Snoop is an ambassador for rap and hip hop, but everybody knows, yeah, that's Snoop from rap, from hip hop. So they're like just big they're all rap ambassadors and representatives, but Nas is like still in the game, and Nas is like trying to reinvent the genre while being a mogul still. So yeah. So let's get back to it.
I'll define it.
Woo. All right. I think he's breaking down. I think he's saying they're different. I think he's talking about different Nas's, like different versions of himself. And I say that because he's saying he's kind of different now. Like he's talking about like he said something about like the designer, and then the names just isn't. It's they're not your typical names, but they're names that they're just cool names. Like they're original for hip hop. They're original for rap. They're just original for street you know what I'm saying, street culture or rap, whatever the case may be. So, and then he said, my name is not as common as Muhammad or as popular, but yeah. So let's keep going. I'm gonna go back a little bit, but yeah, I think he's like getting into like different people, I guess, or different Nas, like I said. So
The other dealing, supplying garments of all kind, no more designer to wear. Style more modest these years, honorable to compare. The guards Esco Nasir from Nasir. Since the sandbox came out of it, part of my ominous content, y'all should be scared. Birth certificate says Nasir, origin not clear, but what a great name to bear. My name is not as common as Muhammad or as popular or as praiseworthy, so I adopted a moniker. I'm Nasty Nas.
nah, he introduced himself as Nasir. Like, this is who I am. This is who I was straight out the sandbox. Like, I was always destined to be a rapper. I was always destined to like have a style, you know what I'm saying? But I adopted a rap name, and I'm Nasty Nas. And yeah. So I think he about to break down Nasty and Esco, because Nasir, he already said Nasir. It's just funny because Nasir is last. I just think it sounds better. But yeah, Nasty and Esco is gonna be his, who he, I guess, goes into and talks about. So I like it. I like that. I like it. That, like how you said, I'm in the shadow of Grandmaster Caz. You know, I'm like following just hip hop culture. I'm so intrigued by hip hop. I'm so intrigued by just the foundation. I'm so intrigued by like the style of it, the culture of it, just every little part of hip hop. Like, I'm just in love with it, right? That's like pre-sign Nas. When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's like Illmatic Nas. Somewhat it was written. I feel like Esco is it was written, and Nasty Nas is it was written, right? Um yeah. Nasty Nas can be Stillmatic. That can be actually Ether too. Yeah, that could be Ether too, but a little bit of Esco thrown in there. So, and then Esco coming on saying like, I don't give up about none of that. But that's just Esco. That's kind of like the street. That's Belly, right? That's like the I Am version of Nas. That's like the street. You can hate me now. I got the chains on. I got the clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Kind of imitating that street lifestyle. And even like the storytelling, like telling stories from the streets, like that scene in Belly. All right, I ain't gonna keep getting into it because I'm gonna tell you how I feel about Nas. But yeah. This is actually kind of dope. This is dope what he's doing. I like it. I like it. Nasty and Esco, man. Nasty and Esco. I like it. Yeah, he was saying like nobody was talking that mafia street, type of rap, and they weren't telling it in the one off the roof, something like that. But I remember that song. My brother used to play it a lot. But he basically that scene in Belly when he went to the projects, and the kid had like a pistol on him. The kid was like, "Yo, like I just shot this kid on the roof, or just shot this dude on the roof." You know what I'm saying? The kid was like 12 years old or something crazy like that. He wrote a song about it. So he's like, yo, like I embrace writing songs about the streets. Like Esco embraced writing songs about the streets. You know what I'm saying? And that was just fire, like how he did that, how he's at Nasty and Esco is going back and forth. Kind of like Eminem, Marshall, Slim Shady, when he was doing. Yeah. Nah, this fire. I'm gonna go back a little bit. This is fun. This is actually fun. I like it.
In your ear, I don't give a fuck. It sounds like it bothers you that I'm just that guy, just that fly. Nah, but I know that you hate me for rapping the tracks that sound like mafia movie scores, babe. That was your thing. You was getting that through the doors crazy. Cause it didn't happen before me, sorry. You was talking Cristal first. Yeah, that was all me. But I brought the blick to the church. I told you run it now. My jury box open, you hearing a humming sound. Not humble, not underground. Fuck your cigars and fedora hats. This is real rap. What could be better than that?
Hey, he's like, this is rap. What can be better than just natural hip hop? Like, what's better than that? And I think Esco is like, I got the lyrics up, obviously, you can see. The double R, the iciest juice. Like, fuck all that. I like this street shit, but it's just cool that because Nas like all that shit, because he's from the streets too. But there's also a side of him, Nasty, that likes just rap. Esco is like, yo, I like this, you know. So I wonder if he gonna combine them. I wonder if he gonna combine them. But nah, this shit. I don't know why. I'm so excited about hearing like shit like this.
Not humble, not underground. Fuck your cigars and fedora hats. This is real rap. What could be better than that? The double R, the iciest Jews. Cash rules, heavenly messenger, white gloves, white shoes. Man, that sound materialistic. Rapping about how the rich live. Yo, that boom bap is too whack. That don't get you no bitches.
Yo, that's how a lot of street rappers feel. And it's crazy that he's saying this because rap, like, Nas is so hip hop, he's so rap, but there was a time where he would rap only about, like, he would tell you street experiences, like drug dealing experiences. It's coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like real just gangster type mentality, thug type mentalities. And it's kind of like, damn. It just, he said it in such a cool lyricist, wordplay way. It was just like, you forgot that he's rapping about real, actual street shit. So this shit is fire, bro. This shit is fire. But it's Nas, though. Like, I ain't gonna lower this or up the standard so high to where I'm like, it's okay. This is great still. It's amazing still. But I'm not surprised. Like, it's Nas, bro. It's Nas.
Nasty the type to rob you. Who you talking to? You. Who? You. No one left in this room, just us. The fuck? Damn. Well, that was some great time shit. That was time for some words from the heart of Nasir. Yeah. I'm a father, philanthropist, film director, and author. Tech impresario, resorts world, casino partner, a restaurant.
Oh. Yeah. Nasir. Okay, so Nasir isn't one. Like, okay, so he's a separate, more mature. I done started investing. I got me a casino. Like, he's just talking. I'm a made man. I'm a made man. You know, he's just talking that. He talking that talk now. Like, I'm made. I'm made, bro. Like, I did that life. I talked about it. Like, that was a younger me. I'm more evolved now, and I'm just doing bigger shit, man. Just doing bigger shit. This is Nasir of old or older, Nasty and Esco. Now Nasir. Nice.
On tour. By the time you hear this pill, I lead the way.
Ooh. Massive with my moves. Everything got a pill. That was a bar. I'm a mogul. Massive with my moves. Everything got a pill. Massive Pill is his new label, and Nas is the leader for bringing back and spearheading a lot of the MCs from the 90s, the rappers from the 90s, even like the late 80s, like rock, country, a lot of these different genres, to where it's like, yo, rap was only on some like, yo, if you rapping at 35, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. But nah, he's like, yo, like, you can reinvent yourself as an artist. You can reinvent yourself as a rapper, as an MC. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it the correct way, but you can do it. And he was the one to do it. Like, he was the one to do it. I'm sure other artists have done it. I'm sure they have tried it, but he did it in a way to where it was not really just acceptable, but it was fire. Like, it was dope. And it wasn't on some like um trying to steal the new generation's flows or sound. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like combining with different artists or featuring with different artists, collaborating with different artists. But I'm still a Nas. You know what I'm saying? I can still rap the way I do. I can still give you that same type of like flow, same type of style. But I'm just reinventing myself, and that was fire. That was fire. Yeah, he's just talking his shit.
Trying to see much more of us here. Even make our own cigars top tier. We do branding, expanding a 30-year career. I'm just scratching the surface. The next phase and I see it. Phase 4, the fourth dimension. The legacy's here, and other things I won't mention. I'm winning when I'm not even trending. Trailblazing, the message I'm sending. When
Telling you, yo, he's telling you, like, I'm in this different phase of not even just so much my life, but I'm in this different phase of my career that I'm reinventing the wheel. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying, like, I'm reinventing myself I'm evolving. I'm growing. I have grown. I'm getting so much better at my craft. I'm growing more and more into my craft, and this new phase is just like outer dimensional. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole new level. It's a whole new level. It's so dope for him to say something like that. For him to say something like that because he can, right? And his albums, like if a younger fan of rap and hip hop and music just listen to his newer albums, right? It's still great. It's still great. No matter what you like, no matter like not being biased, bro. Like Nas, those albums, the Magic albums were, I would say they were good, but those King Disease albums were just crazy. Like crazy, bro. He took over and he caught everybody off guard with those albums because of how good they were. Not just his rapping, but just how the marriage of it was, bro. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna chill, bro. I'm gonna chill. But this shit is fire, bro. This this is dope, bro. And this is Nas, man. It's one of the best, if not the best they're ever doing.
You evolve into your true growth. They say you can't do both. Feed your soul and get money, unlike two goats. So I'm guessing as long as it's knocking will solve the problem. When it's cracking and rock at the bottom, then you got 'em.
Oh man, when it's crack, it'll rock at the bottom. I just caught that. When I just caught that. I just caught that. When it's crack, it'll rock at the bottom. So I don't want to but drugs, it gets hard. It's still a little wet, but anyway, all right, cool, cool, cool. But he's talking about like rock bottom, like at rock bottom, like I even at what you thought was like when I was finished, I still drop crack, or not only that, but my shit is still like drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like when they think I hit rock bottom, it's still drugs. It's still hard drugs. But yeah, 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 yeah. That was fire. That was fire. Um, yeah. So me, what I think about Nas, as far as just strict sticking to the music, sticking to the mic, you can bring like different criterias in it. Um, yeah, you bring different criterias in it when you talking about impact on culture. I think that's the only thing that that Nas is probably missing. Impact on like just overall like culture, because when I think culture, hip hop has an impact on culture in general. But Jay-Z with like just even like the Yankee Fitted, um, let me see, Snoop, Pac, like they impacted like culture. Like Biggie, the way he dressed, like that's the way like people wore Coogee. Like I remember being like 10 years old and still seeing people wear Coogee. Like that was Biggie. Like getting fresh like that, like that was Biggie. So I think that's the only criteria you could probably knock Nas in. But to me, as far as just a rapper, if you want to put Eminem over Nas in that category, I mean I'll take it. But Eminem don't relate like Nas. Like Nas tell those street, he has street poems, he has street poetries, and he tell those stories. Nas is the best rapper. Not just because I'm listening to this, but I always said that. I always said that. Like I always said that. I always thought Nas was, his catalog is historical, right? Probably don't have the best like club hits. That's another thing. It's kind of like the whole J. Cole and Kendrick thing. Like they don't have the biggest, like compared to Drake, they don't have the club hit, all that, right? He has a few of them, but just pen to pad, wordplay, storytelling, overall lyricism. Nas checks every single box, and I think to me he's the best rapper, bar none. Like over Hov too. So, and influence as far as rap, like Kendrick says he's in his top five. Cole, obviously we know, is heavily influenced by Nas, one of his best rappers, if not the best or his best or favorite. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, fire song. Nasty Esco Nasir. What a dope way to bring all those into one song. Speak about them and do it in under 3 minutes. That's what I mean. Like is just so impressive. Like, I ain't gonna take it away because he's so great, but I'm not surprised that he did that. But damn, just hearing that was immaculate. That was amazing, illustrious from one of the greats, one of the goats, if not the goat. So, hey, like, comment the video, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go check out my IG. Thank you. Appreciate this, Jaden. Appreciate it, man. Peace.